going on, guys? So, to start with this, cilantro, as usual. Just got some new wheels here sent over from a sponsor. Oh yeah, the Department of Social Welfare. Said they give me €220 a week to skate all the time. I was like, it's a lot of skating. You can drink on the job. This is going to be some more annoyingly condescending newbie videos about things that pros don't know or do. Don't do much about this deck yet. I don't know why they do these hollow. They just make more noise. It makes a big rumble when I'm tearing down the street. But anyway, rumble and noise is something we're going to talk about while we're here. So we all love that familiar skateboard sound. And I'm going to tell you what I've learned recently. So I used to do lots of scrapping bikes and building bikes for hobos and stuff. So I started buying loads of free or €2 penny boards online for parts, like washers. I like washers. I'm going to tell you why I like washers. You need these, if anything, you need these tiny little skate washers, and 2 per wheel. So 1 on first, then your wheels on, and then 1 on after. These things came with loads of those penny boards that I got, spacers, and I think myself a mechanical little wizard in times. I could not figure out a purpose for these pointless little spacers other than more stuff to sell kids. And it's the same reason that I use washers, because these are going to lock in between the center barrels of your bearings and keep your center barrels from spinning. Now that sound that we all love of skateboarders, pro skateboarders rolling on loose wheels, is the sound of their inner barrel grinding off there. It's the sound we all love, that grinding sound, but it's going to be wearing down your truck all the time and grinding against it. You may as well not use bearings if you're going to have loose wheels or not tightened up properly, because you're just rolling on the inner barrel. You're not letting the bearing roll. So you get really good at skating if your boards aren't set up well. I've noticed this. If your board's really loosey-goosey and wobbles like really tight, like you need to be able to do a 2-wheel side manual, whatever the fuck it's called. You need to be able to do one of those. So if it's too loose, it's just, it's a set distance. These came with these horrible fucking old red kind of brushings on them. These terrible things. I went through them pretty quickly, as you see all the time. People just tear through those and chunk through. Bought a set of bones. Thought they're amazing. However, they come from Switzerland, and no one likes Switzerland. And I kept a big chunky one on the back truck for do a lot of street skating. So I thought they'd be nice to keep a bit of shock absorbency, a bumpy on the back. Yes, your board has a front and a back. Yeah. Learn to work with it and make the best of it. So I don't know, but these were also cheap. I got these very cheap, but they're like ABEC 5. They say Autobahn on them, which is pretty cool in German. So they're staying on instead of the reds that I have. I put the reds on another little board project that I have. Yeah. As you can see, they got pretty coned. And now you reverse them around, and that's really, really bumpy ride. So these old beauties, which were absolutely dirt cheap. Got these trucks and those bearings for a tenner. They've been great though. They're nice and broad. I do a lot of hill bombing and freestyle again, so I thought they were great. It's sad to be seeing them kind of go, but like 99 dirham or something. But yeah, got these. These are €80. These are €20 each. There's a bit of fucking polyethylene. I'm in the wrong business, They got my custom decal there with the spray. I always do this. If you ever get anything nice in life, trash it a bit. Like if I got a Ferrari, I'd spray paint all over it and hit it a few kicks, because then no one was going to want to steal it off you. I did that with my guitar when I got on my Strat. I just fucking destroyed the thing on purpose, because then it's kind of worthless or no one's going to want it. Just fuck it up a little bit, you know what I mean? You don't want that player envy. So I'm going to go through this most condescending little thing. I've never actually used this before, because I only found out the other day. I didn't figure out. I looked online what the hell this should point to, these spacers. And God, it doesn't fit in, doesn't it? It's a tight fit. Push that down there. I looked online and some British guy had a video about these things and why they are important. Oh, I have no washer on there either, do I? I'm getting this on first. So we got washer. There might be a curvier side to a washer and a flatter side. I put the curvier side against the curvier side down. Flatter side, you want to grip against the wheel. Again, this is all in the name of keeping your center barrel. So, like I see loads of pro skaters, and they put on their wheels and they go whizzz. Even loads of them. Jamie Griffin, I was watching the other day, putting his Formula 4s on. Crap. Go on, Jamie, good man. Go on, Jamie. The only reason I'm kind of proud to be Irish these days. I even called up the president and told him, I was like, have you ever heard of Jamie Griffin? And the secretary was like, no. I was like, yeah, exactly, my point exactly. Like, what the heck is it with the Irish? I'm seeing, is that going to be too big now? See, there's a bit of push. Might be a bit too wide. Anyway, we'll give him a go. I don't even know if it needs the spacers because, again, I use 2 washers. So I don't know I think this might be excessive using 2 washers and the spacer, but finally got some spray. CFCs have gone through the roof. It's €10 for a can of anything these days. I blame the hippies that I've got one hand doing this. Complaining about CFCs and fossil fuels. If a machine isn't well oiled, it's going to use twice as much as petrol. If they tax the CFCs. Where's my bearing gone? This is kind of hard to do with one hand. Anyway, in it, but the wheels go whizzz, and they let it go forever, and they think it's really cool that it goes on there forever. You really do need a bit of bite. You see it on Tony Hawk's. It kind of spins, and it's supposed to spin and bite and roll back on itself. These ABEX don't roll back, but Reds do. Bones Reds do roll back on themselves. These ABEXs don't roll back on themselves, I noticed. I think they're made to go fast. But like a skater wheel. But yeah, Bones will roll back on themselves. So you want it so it just bites, like spins about a few times and then jerks backwards a bit. I've said this before. And then you'll have a really nice, smooth, very controllable ride. However, you will not have that lovely skate sound, which I've noticed my board doesn't make. My board has this kind of gentle rumble, and it doesn't make that lovely clacky, clicky, skatey sound. The bones are cool though. The bones creak like actual bones. I wouldn't be surprised if these are actually a plasticky bone composite, being from Switzerland and all the kids do have to get rid of. But they do creak like bones, the extra hard ones. So I've only got one hand and I can't do this whole thing on my own. So yeah, I was just talking about spacers and washers, and could do tightness. Like I'll show you the tightness of the other wheels before. Like they're a bit dirty, but like that's my wheel there. Spins. There's absolutely very fugal, very little in the lines of travel. And I noticed, this is the reason your board will wobble, T-Funk, if you're listening, bro. Your board will wobble when you're bombing hills and stuff if you have any travel on the wheel whatsoever. So you want that kind of center barrel to be pushed through and kept taut. And that's why you use the center spacer things as well, to keep tension in the center of it. Which I haven't tried yet, but it's only going to be stronger, which is looking forward to trying. But yeah, you'll wobble, and but see, there's upsides and downsides. Like I never say like do it this way or do it this way. This is wrong. I used to be skating out the front with kids loads, and I'd nearly be telling them kind of what to do and minimalizing their. I'm like, oh, use your strong foot forward, and they're like, I can use both foot, and I was like, yeah, don't listen to me. I was like, then definitely don't listen to me. But yeah, if you do have travel on your wheels, I noticed a lot of the like Jamie's watching the barracks, and a lot of the lads probably do have very loose wheels. You're going to get a bit of a shift and travel in the board, so it might be good if you're jumping into spins and things. These will be very tight and frigid, so again, good for these will be good for streets. Yes, tight for streets, hill bombing and freestyle. So that's the kind of stuff I like to do. But really loose, tacky wheels probably be better for skate parks and stuff. I don't know. I don't do skate parks. And then the thinner your wheel is, the more it's probably going to be techier and lighter to go spinning and twisting and dancing. But I like the broad ones a lot. Nice, comfy roll. My Formula 4s, I'm so happy I actually have something nice here. It's like 5 buses and a train to get down. But I have free travel because I'm immortal, I get a bus pass. It'd be crappy to be immortal like without a bus pass, wouldn't it? I can't afford a new skateboard. Oh yeah, we'll have your crap like this, my little skateboard in Mendoc. Something like this, even better than this, because this one wasn't great. It was a bit plasticky. And a brush or something, like 2-3 quid. And yes, you blodge it on. Get a sock and just blodge it all over. It'll keep you from getting capillary action. Your board soaking up water. And it will, that's weird, it's got a weird message. And yeah, it'll bulk out your tail so you don't get shark tail or fin tail, whatever it is. So yeah, plastic coating. Then I put spray paint and crap on top of it as well. It's actually gone too smooth way on this side, loads from all the spray paint and crap on it, especially this end. But you bulk up your end, just lodge it on there and bulk it up. It's pretty affordable again, because once you know you're immortal, you know, and you can't afford a new skateboard. That's why I always run into traffic after my skateboard. I dive into traffic like, I'm immortal, but I can't freaking afford a new skateboard. Anyway, so yeah, I might make a video later, me skating about and showing off the new sound. Can't wait. Hit the ground. It looks great. It looks shining. It's just glowing there. Glowing. I can't wait. I'm getting excited here. Alright, peace out, Evas. More newbie advice for the pros. Sorry, cheeky.